Hi guys, it's Charlie and welcome to my 3-year on testosterone and 2-year top surgery video. I've been trying to make this frickin' video for ages. I don't know whether I'm going to include the other clips that I've recorded yet or if I'm just starting from scratch, but yeah, I thought I would just kind of take this from the top and see how it goes, because that seems easiest. The last video I made was me dyeing my hair. I think I was talking about how I was filming this video that day. I never really got around to kind of finishing it. I was really struggling to make it. If you watch that video, you will know why. It's just been a bit of a tough few months for me, and you know, as I did actually get round to trying to edit the bits that I'd done, it was difficult. Like, looking back through past years, every video I made like this was really exciting for me. It was really fun to look at all the positive changes that I could see, and to see myself growing into myself as a person was really exciting. And I think this year, just looking at the videos compared to last year, and you know, I wasn't as happy with how I looked. I don't look as happy, and it was weird. It was the first year that I felt I had taken a step back, you know, even physically. When I do put in some of these comparison pictures, and trigger warning, I am mentioning weight, I will do it in as least triggering way possible, because I understand that it's not something that we're really, you know, we don't need to go into specifics, but what I will say is, due to my stressful few months, I have lost weight, and it is something that I'm working really, really hard to restore with a bunch of other people. You know, I don't have an eating disorder, or anything like that. It is just a case of, it was tricky. I became very depressed, and it was a side effect of that. But I'm working really hard to get myself healthier again, and it's just going to take a bit of time. But yeah, looking back through the pictures, obviously last year I was finally putting on some muscle. I was kind of, I looked a lot healthier last summer, is all I'll say. And I think just looking back and comparing to this year has been tough. There's not been a huge amount of changes, and the ones that I did see, base level, surface level, were ones that I wasn't thrilled with. So I thought I'd kind of preface the video by just saying that, because then I can talk about it freely as we go along as well. But yeah, I think that's why this video has been a bit of a challenge to make, and I'm going to try and look at it with as positive a pair of eyes as I can, and still run you guys through the changes, because I still think it's important, and I'm sure there's still been lots of positive changes that I'm just struggling to focus on right now, so this may actually be very, very nice. But yeah, I'll go head to toe as I usually do, and we'll have a look at the changes. I think hair I can probably leave. I don't know if my hairline's receding. I know I've got some old clips in the last video. I'll see if I put any of those in, but I think at this point it's quite hard to tell, especially because I'm wearing it forwards again. If you did watch my last video, you know I was trying to grow it out a bit and potentially push it back. Since then I had a breakdown, which means that I dyed it and cut it, and it's now split dyed again. So I think I'm going to leave it as for a while, because actually split dyeing, it takes so much effort that I'm not going to undo all my hard work just to, in 3 months again, go, oh my god, I miss my split hair, which is what I always do. So yeah, I'll leave my hair. Eyebrows, I think I've already filmed, so if there's any difference there, I will put it in. Obviously, I mentioned in some of my older videos that starting testosterone did actually give me slightly thicker eyebrows. Definitely not this good. This is all filled in, but I did get a bit more hair. I'd say after about a year, nothing changed in the eyebrow department. Face generally, I think it's hilarious that this is my 3 years on testosterone video, but I'm finally starting to get a bit of facial hair. I'll put in the pictures, it is ever so slight. You know, I can feel it a lot more than I can see it, because it still is quite blonde and wispy. But yeah, luckily I haven't had the chance to shave in a few weeks, so I took some pictures just now, and I will pop those in for you, but only just now under here. They're starting to get a bit darker, and in general it's kind of starting to come, I guess, but it might take a little while longer till it's anything even remotely visible. So I will try and keep taking pictures, and I'll try and keep letting you guys know how that's going. For anyone who might be thinking, oh, I'll recommend him some minoxidil or other hair growth things, my friend tried and tested them. I will agree with him, they work, they're great. It's just not really for me. I don't actually care too much about having facial hair. Like, I think it's funny that I can't grow any, but even if I did right now, I don't think it would suit me. I think I would just be shaving off anyway, and as I said, it's been a bit of a hard few months, so I don't want to be growing that little old depression beard. So in no way am I moaning. I just think it's quite funny, and I think anyone who has, or, because even like, I was going to say anyone who has really light blonde hair can maybe relate to this or find out how they're going to have their experience, but also like it is genes related. My hair's not even that light blonde anymore. Yeah, so I think it is going to be person dependent. I think a big factor is the fact that they're blonde, and you can see that in the pictures where it kind of shines off the light. You can see them coming through. The other thing I could do is shave a lot more, then it would probably come through a bit thicker and darker. As I said, I'm not very good at remembering to do things as is, and I'm not too bothered, so yeah. Sticking around the neck and face area, I will go straight into a voice comparison. I don't know if anything will have changed since it's, you know, been a while now, but I will put them in and we can see. So,
hi guys, this is Charlie and this is my voice. 1 day, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, on 5 months, 6 months, on 7 months, 8 months, on 9 months, on 10 months, 11 months, 1 year, 2 years, on 3 years on testosterone. Hi guys, this is Charlie and this is my voice. 1 day on testosterone.
Hi guys, my name is Charlie and this is my voice. 3 years on testosterone. Ta-da! I won't know until, if that's got deeper, until I actually edit it, because I haven't had a look back recently. So kind of moving down, I guess, my Adam's apple, I'll see if I can get the video of me showing it last year. But I don't know if that's changed at all. Obviously it was already there last year, so whether it's got any bigger, we will find out. And then top and shoulders and everything, I guess we'll move on to the top surgery section of this video. So as I said, I think last year I was saying that I was finally getting a bit more muscle around my arms and my shoulders and my back. Thank you, work. As I said, since then I think I've lost a lot of my muscle. I've lost a bit of general shape and size. This is something I would really like to get back, and I'm working to get back. I'm also going back to work soon, which is kind of where I was building most of my muscle, so I think it will be a case of just getting it back, you know? But in terms of actual growth, and in terms of changes from everything else, let me get naked. So I think shoulders and top wise, there's not been a huge amount of change other than obviously what I've mentioned. Chest wise, you know what, I'm going to take these off real quick because they're going to be in the way. So yeah, chest wise, I'm a lot hairier. It used to stop like here at my stomach and then wouldn't be any above that, whereas, oh mama. Whereas now if I bring it in a bit closer, I'm sure you can see there is actually a bit more and like darker chest hair. Which is exciting because I think the more that comes through, the less you're going to notice the surgery scars. I'm also wanting to get a tattoo soon, kind of like here, which I'm hoping, maybe down to about here, which I'm hoping will distract a lot from the surgery scars, but that's going to be a work in progress. In terms of the actual chest, again, I'll compare a few to last year's video, but I do think it is healing nicely. The scars are starting to look less obvious. They have obviously stretched a bit from where I wasn't doing the best job of looking after them. If I kind of stand up quickly, might get slightly better. But yeah, obviously I've got one side that's a bit lower than the other. It's not hugely noticeable in my opinion, but sometimes it makes me insecure. As I said, I think a tattoo will really help with that. Just to draw people's eyes away in general. But overall, I need to make sure that I never moan about my top surgery results. Because to be honest, it's better than I ever could have hoped for. It's more than I ever could have hoped for. And yeah, you know, it's been the biggest relief in my life. In terms of actual like tenderness, I think in the last year's video I was saying that I was still, even though that was my year mark, I was still feeling quite tender. That has finally gone altogether. And as I think I mentioned last year's video as well, every now and then I get like a twang of pain. I think that sometimes every now and then still happens. But actually all tenderness now is gone, which is really, really nice and took a lot longer than I was expecting. And I thought I'd put that out there for people watching, because I was like, is this normal? This is a bit worrying, but I don't know. I think now that it's all fine, I don't think it really was an issue, so yeah. But I'll put some kind of body comparisons in. You guys can have a look at the changes. Generally just a bit hairier, just a bit the same otherwise. So I'll put my top back on and stop being a dirty whore. I was going to say, is my video going to get censored? But I don't think they're allowed to censor swearing. They can only demonetize, and I'm not getting paid for this shit anyway. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions ever, you are always welcome to comment. You're welcome to direct message me. I've got both my Instagrams linked below, but my trans one is Toy Boys Are Us. So, although if you don't get me on that one, message me on my main one, because I tend to be a bit better replying on there. Just don't like comment trans things, because I am stealth. You will be blocked, so sorry. But yeah, I'm always really happy to answer questions, and I really appreciate that you guys even watch these. It's like crazy to me. Goodbye. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment if you fancy. It would mean a lot. And yeah, I'll catch up with you hopefully soon.